You need a logic model or a theory of change, but you're not sure where to start. My name is Molina. I'm from Connecting Evidence, and I'm here to help you get meaningful data so you can make decisions and take action. I have a lot of resources already helping people develop logic models and theories of changes. So feel free to check those out. A logic model has 5 components. So I have some quick questions you can ask yourself to complete these components. The first question is, what is the most important change you want to see in your participants or your community? These are your outcomes. Outcomes are a change in something. They're an increase or a decrease. Oftentimes, they're a change in knowledge, attitude, or behavior, although there are a lot of other models you can use as well. A change in knowledge might be an increased understanding of what counts as a diabetic friendly diet. A change in attitude might be more people feeling they have the ability to manage a diabetic diet. And a change in behavior is more people actually adhering to a diabetic diet. But like I said, there are a lot of other models you can use. For example, some people use a systems change model instead of the knowledge, attitude, and behavior models. The next question is, what do you do to make this change possible? These are your activities. If we go back to the diabetic diet example, you might have a class that explains what a diabetic meal is. Next, ask yourself, how much of this activity do I need to see the changes we want? These are your outputs. Now, think about whether what you're proposing is enough to see the changes or outcomes you identified in the first question. Next, ask yourself, what makes these activities possible? These are your inputs. Often, these are personnel, funding, any other resources you have that make it possible for you to engage in these activities. Finally, you want to work on your impact statement. You want to answer the following 3 questions. Who's participating? What are they doing? And why is it? At this point, you have spent some time thinking about this. So these are just 3 or 4 quick statements about what your work is to summarize it. Once you've answered these questions, you have a draft of a logic model. The logic model is always going to be a draft. As you implement the program and learn more, you're going to revise it anyways. If you really want to do this right, you're going to want to have your staff answer these questions, especially those frontline staff. They're the most knowledgeable about the program, why it's done the way it is, and what changes you can expect. If you need help facilitating this type of conversation, reach out.